Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome back. It's another edition. Pimps, Players, and Hustlers Fantasy Football League Commish Message, week number 12. Here's the last regular season game, and you can see, this is the 12th Commish Message going into the last regular season of the game.
Brent's a little slow. It's all right.
Yeah, it's all right. No, it's all right. It's his first time, so as you can see, we
But I'm 5-8. It's
Duke. Hold on. Duke is back again for everyone tuning in that's outside the league. Unregistered sex offenders owner Duke. Again, for a second commish message, I give you props. Being the only other person other than the treasurer to come through multiple times.
Thanks, brother. I appreciate the shout out, man. I know you guys get up and roll out every week, man, and put up the message. I like to watch it. I think everybody else in the league does, but nobody else has the sack to.
You know what? It fires. I don't know about you, Bozer, but it fires me up when people come over and let's keep this thing going for the playoffs.
Emo Love has left the building.
So yes, let me start off by saying I'm sorry. We all have a bad week, right? We all have a bad game. Can I get a bad game for my seat? This is my bad commission message.
You definitely have seen the ups and downs of Lump and Bolzer this year.
That's for sure. It's hard to come out here and not show emotion.
The happy moments, the sad moments.
Exactly.
We're going to put together a compilation at the end of the season.
So anyway, we also have a first time Lotta, Lumps the Dumbass, Britt Staines in the building. Yes, he named his team after me. So why don't you introduce yourself, tell your record, your team, what's going on with you?
Hey, owner of Team Lotta. My record's 5-8. Totally.
3, 2, 1.
Totally respectful though at this point because I actually have a shot to make the playoffs, which is scary for the people that are above me because I am one of the higher scoring teams in the league. We've had some really bad luck this year, but we're fitting to change that this week for sure. I think Brewdogs is definitely going down.
His record is not 5-8. It's 4-8.
It's 4-8. He says he's going to be 5-8.
Once again,
already thinking
this league is an equal opportunity league.
13.
So that's why we have the Staines in it. Considering there's only been 12 weeks in the fantasy season, and he's already 5-8, which equals 13. It's okay. I mean, he did. We made him take the helmet off for the interview just so you could kind of see him. So that's okay, folks.
And just to give you guys a little history too. Good old Britt Staines here, Lumps the Dumbass, has been the last place team the last 2 years in a row. And he's guaranteed not that, because even if he does lose to the worst team in the league this week, you still have him outscored, so you'll be in second
And your
place.
name will not be on the
And my team name will not be on the Torture Gold Trophy, which I think is a bunch of bullshit. How that can happen is a bunch of bullshit. But whatever. Okay, I'll just do like they do in the league, man. I'll just rename this fucking league to something. Anyway,
I hate Foster.
I hate Foster. Britt's a dumbass. Britt's trash.
Britt can't count, and that's why I'll never be the treasurer.
Exactly. Exactly. So anyway, what else is going on with you there, Lotta? Coming through, man, with the hat and all.
Hey, well, I kept a little memorabilia from our first
the draft.
Draft there, and compliments of Duke. That was good shit. But nah, man, I wanted to come over and last week I did some calculations, and once again they were wrong, so that's why I can't be the treasurer. But I didn't think I thought my season was going to be over after last week if I didn't get a win, and actually that's not how it's going to be. I have a shot to get into this thing at maybe the 7th spot or the 8th spot. So anyways, back to what I was saying is, I'm sitting at the 11th spot in the league right now, and basically A-Team and Fuck You got about 15 points more than I do. Of course, they got the win over me as well. And then USRO and Collar Papa Pants are playing each other this week, so one of those dudes is going to lose.
Right here.
And I outscored
Yeah.
So basically, if I can get a W and I can get some a high point, game, and Fuck You or A-Team loses, I'm pretty much well assured a spot in the playoffs, and I'm ready to roll, dude.
You have probably the best and the worst transaction this year. The best being the pickup of Michael Vick, and the worst being the trade of Dwayne Bowe. Now, those are obviously the two opposite ends of the spectrum. You want to make a comment on the trade for Bowe and your thought process in the beginning of the season?
Well, tell them who you traded Bowe for.
Caddy or
Yeah, what did he do with Caddy?
Thank God
What did he do with Caddy?
he just got
Buick
Regal.
Dear Ellen, you have a Buick?
Williams.
Woo! He wasn't even old, man. He was a Buick.
Yeah.
Well, as you all know, I started off the season. For those of you who don't know, I started off the season 3-0.
Lombardi.
Man, I was Vince fucking Lombardi, man.
Oh,
I was
tripping
fucking,
on the board.
I mean, fuck. I mean, I had 3 wins in the last 2 years. I mean, I started off 3-0. I was fucking jazzed, you know. Shit was coming my way. And actually, Dwayne Bowe that week, you know, or up until that point, hadn't produced shit. You know, it was after week 3. It was in week 4. Actually, he went one more week without producing.
Wow.
But so it was week 4. You know, I still had Welker. He had a good game his first week. I had some dudes kind of waiting. You know, I had Breston. You know, everybody, you know, thought Breston would be all right. You know, whatever, dude. But the way I was looking at things was that there were some guys at that point in our league that didn't have running backs, and I figured Caddy was the number 1 running back in Tampa, and you know, so I was like, well, I could probably trade him up for you know, another receiver, a number 2, good number 2, maybe a number 1, depending on how I went. And I didn't think Bo, because Castle sucks so fucking bad at the beginning of the year. I was like, fuck this guy, dude. This guy is garbage. Just, you know, he hasn't produced since he's been in fucking KC. Of course, Charlie Weiss came around and turned that shit around, as we all know. Anyway, so that's why I made the trade. It was a fucking best trade for fucking mollywoppers ever, dude.
Yeah, definitely. But just real quick, the reason when you said that you were looking for running backs is that I don't get, because you already had Benson,
right.
You had Adrian Peterson, your anchor, and then you also had in the wings D'Angelo Williams at the time.
Right.
Was still
no. I wasn't looking for a running. I wasn't looking for a running. I wasn't looking for a running back. What I was looking to do is I thought that Cadillac was going to obviously outproduce Bo because of how it started out. I was cocky 3-0. I didn't. You know, so I fucking, you know, I took I thought I was going to be able to get more for my value with Cadillac, and it just, fuck, dude, I shit the bed, dude. I mean, it is what it is, dude. Big time shit the bed. That motherfucker's the fucking NFL leading fucking receiver as far as touchdowns, I think. And
point-wise, I think he is.
I think when the guru has you painted in for like 1.5 touchdowns for the week, that's pretty damn good, dude.
Exactly.
That's legit.
You should say that on mic.
Yeah.
So when the guru has Debo, you know, posted for like 1.5 touchdowns for the week, that's pretty legit, man. I mean, even receivers, you know, logging 13 or 14, you know, in the season, he's only got them like for 1 at best, maybe. So I don't know. That was big shit the bed right there. Yeah, it happens, you know.
Yeah, well, you know, I mean, this week's, you know, ride or die. I'm riding and dying with fucking Vic for sure. Thursday night game tomorrow against Houston. Sorry ass fucking team. Hopefully he blows up for me. I need a big week, dude. I kept Sidney Rice on my roster all year. He hasn't produced yet. Game 3 with Adrian hurt. I think Adrian is going to play. With Adrian hurt, I think they're going to be looking to pass a little bit. Hopefully, you know, Sidney Rice sees some more targets. And, you know, I'm having a real tough time, you know, if I'm going to start Benson or Westbrook. I just got him on the waiver, and, you know, it's like, fuck.
Against Green Bay, I don't know.
I know, man, but Benson looks like a goddamn high schooler out there right now, dude. He's horrible.
Yeah,
I told him, though, but it's supposed to be just snowing like crazy in Cincy.
Really?
Snow games, run heavy. I mean, so that's one of those things with Benson, like, you know,
New Orleans is an indoor team.
Yeah, and that's kind of the home run.
That's the weather, man.
You know, he hits a corner, a DB or an outside linebacker slips and goes down, and you know he goes 50 or 60 yards to the house, man. I mean, it could happen. You know, we've all watched this.
So I wanted to pose a question to you three, and I want to get the rest of the league's input on this too. So what are you guys thinking right now or feeling about the playoffs? I know right now there's a lot of excitement, really. To the last wire, there's like, 6 teams that are still available for 2 spots in each of those six. That's adding a little bit of excitement. It's no one's season, half the league season hasn't ended yet. Now, if we make it top 6, and with the 2 byes, there's really only 2 teams that would probably be still viable for 1 spot.
No, we looked at it. Looking at the schedule right now, you figure Papa's still alive. I mean, he's only 1 game ahead of us, so if he gets a loss next week, you or I has to win. So we're playing for it this week.
Exactly.
An A-team and fuck you. So that really puts Papa, us, and all those guys really.
But do you would you rather have top 6, or do you like having 8 now? Because this is what 8 gives us. I mean, we always forget to talk about it at the rules meeting and stuff because, we're not in the moment. You know what I'm saying? Right now, we're kind of in the moment. There's 8 teams, 8 spots. So how do you guys feel about that?
I think you look at it this way. I mean, I'm having a pretty rough year this year, but I mean, I'm a perfect example of, what was it, 2 years ago when I almost ran the table in the league. I logged 12 straight wins. I lose my last game, and I go 12-1 in a 13-game season, and it gets me shit. I ended up having an off week with my players. A couple guys were kind of sitting down, and I lose in the first round of the playoffs to the number 8 seed that just squeaked in. I get that's football, but I think sometimes, I think you need to reward people that make good drafts, people that make good waiver wire additions throughout the season, are able to log a decent record during the regular season. Maybe top 2 get a bye. Number 2 plays number 6, or I'm sorry, number 3 plays 6 and 4 plays 5. I think that's, pretty respectable. And looking at our stats this year,
right now
there would only be 2 of the 12 teams that would be out of it technically if we were taking top 6 as we speak today.
Exactly, but there's 2 teams right now that are are still or would only be in it if it was top 6. So
no, only 2 teams would be out of it if it was top 6. Because it would still, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it would still be Papa, A-team, fuck you, and you and I would all be alive for that 6th spot, technically speaking.
One spot.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we would all be still in the mix for that 6th spot.
Okay, so you like
so
top
really,
6.
really,
Good
Blue Dogs
argument
and
for it.
Lada would be the only 2 that would technically be out for a number 6 spot.
Well, that's a good point.
Well, I'm going to have to disagree with that. And the reason why is because,
you're last every year.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, shit, not every year. Fuck, I mean, the first couple of years I was in this league, I was up in the top, 5 or actually, I was
in the top 5.
I played for the championship.
I was in the
year.
top 5.
I mean, I'm just saying.
Was that a modern era championship or not?
I'm
just asking.
Non-modern, modern, but shut the fuck
Come on.
You're modern era. Fucking, what are you, the fucking second coming?
I don't know. I am a 2-time modern era champion in the league. I'm just saying.
Right.
I mean, I don't know.
The modern era is when.
What I'm saying is, listen, we pay a lot of cash to be in this league. And I like the, and I didn't have a bad draft. I did have a fucking bad draft. I had some bad luck, is what's going on.
No, you had bad decisions.
I made one bad decision in Bo, but I made a great decision in Vic.
But that is the number 1 wide receiver in fantasy, and that doesn't happen every day.
So you wouldn't be saying that right now if he wasn't, though. I mean,
you're right.
That's such bullshit. That's not the guy. That guy didn't lose me my games. He's part of the reason why I could have won more. But Vic went out. I picked up Vic. He went out for 4 weeks, dude. If I had Vic all 4 of those weeks, I guarantee you I wouldn't be sitting where I'm at right now. No fucking way.
Well, yeah.
So I'm just saying, we put a lot of money in this league.
That's where
I
you
like
were
the
weak.
8 spots, dude. If you're a number 1 team like the Juggernauts or the Molly Whoppers, and a guy like me at 5-8 or 6-7 or whatever the fuck it's going to be comes in and beats your ass in the first round or second round of the playoffs, then you deserve to lose. Fuck you. Fuck that.
Okay,
we're fucking playing, dude. We're playing for money here.
Right.
And I think we should keep to the tradition of 8 teams in. It makes it fun. Look how we got going this week. We got fucking 4 or 5 teams going this week that have a shot to either not make it or make it, including myself, who, let me fix that. I'm at 4-8, not 5-8. But, I mean, dude, if the chips fall right with my luck, who knows? But
what
I could
does a 5-8
you think
team
a
have
5-8
any business
team?
doing
No,
that?
I don't honestly.
Yeah,
I said this on the way
exactly.
here. I said this on the way here. I can't believe that a 5-8 team, if I win, is in the playoffs. I mean, it's funny. But at the same token, I also put my money into this thing. I want to have a shot.
Nothing would make me happier than you roll into the playoffs at 5-8 and knock Foster off. That would make me so happy.
Yeah, dude. And you know what? I'm 13-1 against that motherfucker.